Hello, everyone. Hopefully the ceiling fan isn't buffeting too much, but I'll turn it off anyways. The field is collapsing. So, I've been truly annoyed today, and maybe yesterday, about something asinine and simplistic as trying to buy used bike parts. Now, as I was saying, you wouldn't think that something as wonderful as a bicycle would be something political. But it is, because the higher you go up in the quality of the materials and of the bicycle, the more elitist douchebags that you encounter. And I don't like that. Some people think that their shit don't stink, and they can do whatever the fuck they want and treat people however they want with their asshole attitudes because they have what you want and they have power over you. There is no greater equalizer than the internet. So, crack open a Red Bull, have a drink with me, because I like fuzzy peaches. I do. Cheers. That's a good peach. Now what this video is going to be is you watching me change my rear wheel here, which I had bought from a bike store that I've been loyal to since I was a teenager. And politics had nothing to do with it. Okay, so I got my chain wet. I got my Knipex. I got my socket here for my spline. Okay, what else did I get? I got some lube, because, you know, active people, we all need some lube, you know? You don't want too much friction. It leads to irritation. So this is a brand new rim, okay? This is an Alexis rim. It says MD21. So why did I spend money on this? Well, because this Frankenstein rear rim is beyond its own years, and it has a terrible wheel hop. And wheel hop, or something being out of true, drives me up the fucking wall. Because the truth really matters. It really matters. So what do I got here? I got my receipt. I got myself a new chain. I got myself some lube. And I got my balls intact. $238. And guess what? I have still money left over. You see this? This is money that could have gone into someone else's private hands for a full wheel set for $200 or $250, shipped, COD. But it didn't. You know why? Because people are fucking assholes. Now you're going to love this. Because loyalty counts. It really does. This bag, this pump, this shark pump, it all came from the same bike store. And politics had nothing to do with it. These gloves, these POC gloves, same bike store. Same fucking bike store. There we go, get some muck off. I really appreciate that, you know? I really want some people to muck off out of my life. And I want them to go muck themselves for their behavior and how they treat other people. I myself here, a 10-speed SRAM. SRAM, I really liked SRAM over the years. You know, it was a good product. And politics had nothing to do with it. Hold on a second. I gotta get rid of this elastic. Oh wait, no, I don't need a knife. I just need some patience. Excuse me. Now, every engineer knows about gyroscopic precession. It's always wise to clean as you go, of course. Hook, line, and sinker. Yeah, ain't I a stinker? You know, I've had people insult my work before. Obviously, I didn't keep them around. Because, you know, obviously, I'm a psychopath. That's what it says here. The psychopath. Put this aside. Flip it over. I'm going to pull out my alien here. Where is it? There it is. Not over tightened. You might ask me, where did I develop my mechanical skills? My tactile sense. It started with bicycles. It started with Lego, Hot Wheels. And politics had nothing to do with it. There was a time when Ontario, this province that I live in, had a downhill mountain biking community. And it was about the competition. It wasn't about status or wealth. It was about how big your balls were. Or how big your ovaries were. But somewhere along the line, other people turned this hobby and this way of life into a political bargaining chip. And you might ask me, how much money have you wasted on bicycles over the years? And I'll tell you, it's in the tens of thousands of dollars. Not the hundreds. Not the tens of dollars. The tens of thousands of dollars. Put your money where your mouth is. Money talks. Okay? Bullshit walks. I made a lot of friends through mountain biking when I was younger. And it's a lot easier to make friends when you're younger. As you get older, a lot of things get in the way. And one of the poisons of adulthood is politics. You tell me who holds the power. The person with the money or the person with the skill? You know, I was in a sunny disposition. I was looking at things sunny side up. Excuse me. But you know, some days well, let's hope I get us the right direction so I don't have to do it twice. You know, there's a lot of operations in aviation where you don't get second chances. Okay. No. I want it to be like this. I want the grip. I want that rooster tail. There we go. Always professional. Some people are out there and saying, why don't you put any rin tape in there? No. Do I really need to? Normally, well, actually, upon occasion, I'd use electrical tape. Okay. This is always the fun part. Especially with downhill tires. There we go, come on. Because you're always chasing the other side around, right? There's a bit of a trick. But I don't turn tricks, so fuck. Not exactly that kind of whore. A little bit of magic happening off screen right now. Okay, there is almost. Almost. Damn. Shit. This is where people usually break levers. Being a bicycle mechanic is hard work. So you can't imagine how hard it was to build the first airplane. It's not over yet. There we go. I almost forgot. The real beginning was with plastic models and a hot glue gun. So finger tight at first. This is 40 Newton meters. I should be able to achieve that with a bit of this. If I were doing this for someone else, naturally I would use a torque wrench, but who cares about my own personal safety? Now, I did it finger tight first because I'm careful so as to not cross thread this. I have an aluminum and speaking as I was doing it, an aluminum lock ring. So it really shouldn't take that much force. Aluminum is strong, but it's weak in other ways. So it's very easy to stress out the material. Somebody's cringing right now because I'm handling a brake rotor with bullshit on my hands. There's an easier way than brake cleaner to deal with an oil contamination on our brake rotor. And you know what it is? It's to burn it off with friction. So thankfully, I didn't strip the lock ring so bad to a point where it was unsalvageable, and it torqued down just fine. Of course, I wouldn't do that with something a bit more important. There's, of course, with anything mechanical, a fudge factor. And that's going to make some people nervous. But those people are not mechanics. And they're not engineers. There we go. In under 45 minutes, I changed my back wheel. Now, for the sake of this video, I'm not going to bother with the chain. I'll do that off camera. And then we'll see you in the woods. Thanks for watching. Focus, you fuck. Batteries.